All right. Okay. Thank you. Let me tell you now why I'm here and why I have flown all the way to Chicago from London, because I'm passionate about this particular subject. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm going to go back to my early professional life because I trained to become a trial lawyer, a barrister, where I prosecuted and defended in the criminal courts, and I saw the full gambit of human emotion. Then I became, as you can see on the screens later, a police officer with the Metropolitan Police. 4 years on the covert teams. I was with the robbery squad, the gang unit, and covert narcotics, hence the goatee beard. That's my excuse. And then I moved forward in time, and now I'm a partner at Heidrick & Struggles, and I have the wonderful opportunity of peeking behind the curtain and working with the leadership teams of some of the most iconic and largest organizations on the planet. But with that came an opportunity to see behaviors as a police officer, some of the best behaviors, but also I saw some of the worst human behaviors. There were some things that I saw which I can't unsee. And as a consultant now for these particular organizations, it's a wonderful insight into the mindset. And that takes me on from something else, because I'm one speaker, but with multiple perspectives. The perspectives that I've outlined to you, but also, when I talk about mindset, I wrote a book, which some of you now have a copy of. 150,000 data points came from that book, which were crunched by someone far wiser than me. And there was a very simple premise. As you believe, so you behave. And as you behave, so you perform. So in all of these keynotes, I'll draw down from those experiences, from that research, but also during the pandemic, I started a podcast called The Leadership Enigma. I'll draw down from over 250 interviews with some of the most incredible leaders all over the world. But even in the limited time that we have together, I have to be able to compellingly answer a question that is, so what? So what does this mean to you? I don't know your backgrounds, but each and every one of you is a leader. You're a leader of self, you're a leader of others, and you're a leader of organizations. So let me, in my best trial lawyer way, try and answer this particular question. So what? For those of you who are data-driven and analytical, well, let me show you this slide. When we're at Heidrick & Struggles, we're lucky enough to be in 54 countries. We're lucky enough to be working with some of the most iconic organizations on the planet. Therefore, we have phenomenal listening systems. With those listening systems, we get access. As I said, we get to look behind the curtain, the leaders who are running these organizations, and we get to talk to those leaders. And here's just one study of 500 CEOs, and it was those organizations who understood explicitly the link between purpose, leadership, and culture, found that they had a compound annual growth rate double over a 3-year period of their competitors. So this really works to the top and the bottom line. But I've got another very personal reason why I'm here tonight. And I remember when I got my first leader role as a young lawyer, I had an incredible mentor. His name was Professor Daniel Simons. He was a larger-than-life Floridian trial lawyer. Unfortunately, not with us anymore, but he was my mentor for 4 years, and that was a real privilege for me. And I remember going to find him when I got this particular role. And he, in his Floridian style, threw both arms around me and congratulated me, but also said this to me, and this is what drives me beyond everything else. He said, Adam, remember this. The children of the people that you lead know your name. In what context is up to you. How many of you got kids? Be honest with me. Your children know your boss's name, right? If the children of the people you lead know your name, in what context? This has become deeply personal. And that's why I'll take every opportunity anywhere in the world to talk to leaders about this.